Well, blessed be everybody. This is Phoenix again, your wild witch. So today I have a very interesting video, something that I had said in one of my earlier videos that I wanted to discuss. And I want to discuss about the heart and how powerful our heart is. And the heart is actually where our intuition lies. I want to start with a very interesting scientific study that was done by HeartMath Institute. And what they did was they put people in front of computers like me sitting in front of mine, and they hooked these people up to heart monitors. And the heart monitors recorded their heart rate variability, whether their heart rate was like this, if they were calm, or if their heart rate was like this, if they were startled or stressed. And what they did was they put random pictures of very nice kitty puppy pictures, very nice calm pictures, and then they would all of a sudden show a scary picture, something fearful, something startling. And they found out, interestingly enough, they found out that the heart reacted to the picture that was going to be shown next before the person saw it. So if they were going to show, like, say, a car accident with blood and stuff, the heart of that person reacted before that picture was actually shown on the screen. So what does that tell you guys? That's where our intuition lies. And that working through the heart is where we develop our intuition. They've done further studies too, like the same thing, people watching a scary movie or something. I do the same thing. My husband and I will be watching a scary movie. Now, I don't like those 80s slasher movies where, they're just going around killing people in the most horrific ways possible. All it does is lower our vibration, guys. I can't watch those. But if we do watch something that has a startling scene in it, because I work through my heart will tell me before something startling comes. And when it does come, I'll just sit there and go, oh, and my husband's over there going, holy crap, I didn't see that coming. So this is very, very interesting, you guys. And this is very central to a wild witch's work. Because the heart, if your heart is in low coherence or a low heart rate variability, it means that your energy batteries are low. You are always running on empty. You are always running on the edge of stress. And that, when you are working, doing your magic, taking on the dark, just living your everyday life, if you are running that way, your intuition, your psychic abilities, everything is running on low. And so we have ways of changing that and running it. It's like working with your heart, you guys, is like doing high magic. And it's something that the dark already knows. They already know that if our heart coherence, our heart rate variability is running optimally, that we no longer have fears. We are able to discern. We are able to see in the dark. We can see the truth. We can look at a person and we can tell right away if that person is giving you a line of bullshit. And so everything that is out there today in this world, Halloween, look what they did to Halloween. Look what they did to Samhain. They turned it into something that we should fear. I mean, even the ancients, we carve gourds. We carve faces into gourds when we do our circles on All Hallows Eve night, because the veil between the worlds is the thinnest and all the ghosts and goblins are out there. So we're afraid of them. We have to carve gourds with scary faces to protect us. So this has been going on for thousands of years. They've been working through us through fear, keeping that level of fear in us high by keeping our heart energy, our heart battery low. Did you know that your heart has its own brain? The heart has its own central nervous system. Did you know that your heart actually tells your brain what to do? Everybody thinks it's the brain, it's the brain, it's the brain. Well, it's the heart that helps us to bypass that frontal lobe that we have, that, you know, I've talked about it before, that chattery scattered brain frontal lobe that keeps us in brain fog. And, you know, it makes it hard for us to come up with new spells and to not be afraid. And so many of us live in fear, and fear controls every aspect of our life. There's two emotions. There's the two strongest, the highest vibration emotion and the lowest vibration emotion. There's two of them. The highest vibration emotion is love. The lowest vibration emotion is fear. So we always want to, work through the heart. And I've showed you guys this before. It's so easy. Anything you do, any decision you make, before you go into a conference room, before you do a video, before you do healing on somebody, before you do circle, before any event or any decision making in your life, you should work through the heart first. And it's so easy. And I showed this to you guys before, and I'm going to show it to you again. You just put your hand, and Heart Math Institute has already done all the science here, guys. They have eons of science that proves this, that shows this. And so it's so easy. You just put your hand on your heart. When you put your hand on your heart, you're bringing the awareness to your heart. And, you know, do this when you're feeling kind of low, you know, like something is bothering you, like us empaths, you know. So put your hand on your heart and then pretend that you are breathing in and out through your heart. So you just take a few moments and you just breathe in and out of your heart. And heart, you know, we teach people through Heart Math how to connect to 0 point through the heart. 0 point is right where the goddess is, right where the God is, right where source is. And that, our heart is actually our connection to that. And the heart is not just a blood pump, you guys. You got to get beyond that. So you breathe in and out of your heart. And then while you're breathing in, and you just check in with yourself. And as you slow your breathing, and you're breathing in and out of your heart, you start to feel a molecular change happen. It's a physiological molecular change that happens to your body. And you start to feel this subtle change. And what it's doing is actually raising your vibration. I mean, so many of us work with our higher self. You know what your higher self is, right? That part of you that's already in between the 6th and 7th dimension, that higher aspect of yourself. And so it's everything, it's all the reason why we're here today. We're trying to raise ourselves up to the higher dimensions, the next ladder of learning, the next ladder of consciousness, the next ladder of awareness. And so when we do this, when we breathe in and out of our heart and we calm ourselves, and we slowly breathe and we sit and listen, we're actually raising that level of vibration. We're raising our frequency. And so when we raise our frequency, we're able to get into more of that intuition. we're really connecting to our higher self, where all that magic is, and our intuition, where all our power is. And so to even heighten that, this takes practice, you guys, because our whole life we have been programmed and bombarded with crap and bullshit and energies and targeting from the dark side to keep us from our power, from the true power that's within us, keep us from our heart. They want to keep our vibration lowered. So it makes us harder to live in this world, makes us harder to not live in fear. And remember, so when we start to raise our vibration and we increase that intuition, guess what goes away? Fear goes away. We start reclaiming the power that lies within us. It's through heart work, you guys. And so when you have to do this more than, do it at night just before you go to bed. Do it in the morning before you wake up. Do it in the middle of the day. Like I said, do it before you go into circle. Do it before you do a video. Do it before you go into that job interview. Anything important, anything where you need to use discernment and settle and calm yourselves, you want to do this. And so practice that. And then what you need to do is you need to add 2 emotions: appreciation and gratitude. And so when you're doing that, you're breathing in and out of your heart, calming yourself, breathing in and out. You know you're connecting to your goddess self, your God self. You're going to 0 point. Start thinking of these 2 words, appreciation and gratitude. What do you have appreciation for? What do you have gratitude? What in your life, when you think about it, gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling, that happiness, and you just start to feel that love, that bliss? You have to think of something, but a lot of people, it's a pet, because our pets live under, they have unconditional love. Our pets there's no separation between them and the goddess, the source, the God, the goddess. There's no separation. So they live in unconditional love. And so find that thing that gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling, that feeling of joy and happiness, and remember how that feels. And so practice that. That is how you can step into working in high magic. It's all about vibration. It's all about emotion, you guys. When we emote, we are sending out that vibration of that specific emotion. We are sending that out into the electromagnetic field, and it's coming through our heart center, our heart chakra. And so you guys, by working through this fear of the unknown, and every aspect of fear starts to drop away. We start stepping into our power, that knowing. We just have this knowing, that we can conquer the world, and nothing can lower our vibration. Nothing can bring us down. We're so positive that the spell that we're working on, we just have this knowing now that it's what we need to do. It will help us. The dark has been using this against us. That's why we have wars, and that's why we have these pandemics. Everything that's put in, scary movies, music, that they changed the frequency. They tweaked the frequency of the music to lower our vibration. They know that as long as they can lower our vibration and keep us out of our heart centers, we have no defense. We walk around in fear. We're afraid of everything. We have our heart centers imbalance. And when your heart centers imbalance, what is it? We have no empathy. We're apathetic to everything around us. We're jealous. we're angry, we're judgmental. And if you have any of those emotions, you know that heart your heart coherence is low, your heart rate variability is low. And that's what I do. I work with this, and I work with my horses. And Heart Math Institute did a study. Now, remember, the wild witch is protector of animals. We work with animals. We understand the animal, and we see them more than just an animal. We see them more than just a being that is here to feed us. We understand this. We see them as higher dimension beings that are here, the goddess has sent here for us to learn from. And so the horse is one of them. You hear about these assisted equine therapy ranches all over the world, and they're helping people, they're helping the veterans, they're helping children with autism and disabilities. But they never understood what the physiology was what was going on. And so Heart Math Institute did a study, and they took Dr. Baldwin did this. She had an equine assisted therapy ranch. And what she did was she took the heart monitors, hooked up the human, and then hooked up the horses. And then they, took a horse and a person, and they said, okay, here's a horse. We want you to sit. We want you to do your heart focused breathing in and out. And then what we want you to do is send appreciation and gratitude toward this horse. And what they found out is just by the heart monitor, just by being in the company, the electromagnetic field, the auric field of that horse heart rate variability was already high, steady and calm in knowing, intuition, could feel that person, knew what that person was thinking by feeling their energy. That horse's normal higher rate of heart rate variability was able to change that person's heart rate variability. That person came in and his heart rate variability was like this. The horse was able to change it to match the rate of the horse. And so it was the horse's heart that was helping the human's heart become calm and centered. And so that's how the horse works. And dogs, they found it dogs, I'm sure cats, any animal that you are in the company of, and you give it a chance and you sit with it and you allow it to be itself and express its free will, express its true vibration. It makes you feel good, doesn't it? I don't care what animal is. If you give it a chance, and us wild witches, we see, our cats, whatever your familiar is, so when this happens, we raise our immune system, because anything that raises your frequency raises your vibration. It's all frequency and vibration, guys. You know that. You should know this by the magic you do. Your magic is causing a frequency. It's causing a vibration to go out into the electromagnetic field, because there's no space between any of us. It's all energy. It's all this quantum entanglement. It's all this oneness. And that's why when you're standing in the mall and somebody comes up behind you and you get that feeling, your electromagnetic field and your heart is honing in on that person behind you and going, ooh, that person's got a really bad and negative energy. I need to get out of here, But if you do your heart work and your energy batteries are high, that person is no longer an energy vampire. It can no longer drain your energy. And so that's why a lot of people I have people that are so attracted to my energy. They want to be in my life all the time. They want to be around me. They say, oh, you know, you just put out this great energy. And a lot of them are energy vampires and they don't even realize it. And so us empaths too, we give our energy away. You know, a lot of times when we're feeling somebody else's lower bullshit, you know. So when your heart is coherent and you're in this high state of vibration, it raises your vibration, and then in turn it increases your immunity. It makes you immune to all of those low vibration things that are out there. Illness is a low vibration, so it raises your immune system. So this COVID bull crap, you can just laugh at it, because you are not a vibration match to this COVID. You are not a vibration match to this COVID fear mongering. You'll start to discern, you start to see the truth, you start to see through all the bullshit. And you'll be, I ain't wearing a mask. I see what's happening. So you'll start to recognize where the dark has infiltrated and where the dark is trying to control us. And so, you know, the wild witches, they inherently start to know this stuff. And so you guys, you know, this is why it's so important. You know, if you don't want to believe me, then leave. You know, but the science is already out there. But this is all part of who you are, reclaiming your power, standing in your sovereignty, standing in your truth, standing in your integrity, and recognizing dark bullshit when it's in front of you. And, you know, yeah, we wear our protection stones, you know, because we know which stones to wear, because we are, our vibration is high enough. Remember, our hearts, you know, sees the bullshit before our eyes sees it. Our heart feels it before our eyes sees it, because our heart tells our brain what to do. Our eyes are connected to the optical nerves and all that are in the brain. So it's like walking, before we walk down a dark alleyway, because our vibration is so high and we worked with our heart, we look down that alleyway and go, wait a minute, our heart's telling us, don't go down there. You're getting this feeling. Just because your eyes don't see it, that doesn't mean anything. You got to listen to your heart. That's your intuition, you guys. So you'll go, oh, I'm not going to go down there. There's a reason. I might not see it, but I can feel it. So the more you do that, the more you develop your intuition. Like, you know, a simple thing like before your cell phone rings, you kind of know, oh, it's going to ring. Or you get up in the morning and it's like you had something planned, and something inside of you is going, I need to change my plans today. I really do. And then you change your plans, and later on you find out why. You know, maybe there was a bad car crash on the highway and you would have sat in traffic for hours. Like me, I live on mountain roads, and if there's an accident in some of the valleys, you know, there's only one way in and one way out. You sit in traffic for 6 hours, you know. So so when you do magic or do healing, you just your vibration is so high, you're so powerful, you're standing in who you truly are. You can do your healing work so much faster. Instead of working on someone for an hour, it's like 10 minutes. When I work on animals, it's like I work on them for 2, 3, 4 minutes, and then they're up and walking away because they've had enough. They know energetically they got what they need. Instead of working and working and working, you'll know instinctively which crystals to use. You look and you go, I mean, you know, so you'll just become that knowing, that the cognitive, that claircognizance will be so strong. The animals will be more connected to you. They will feel your vibration, and they'll finally go, yay, and they'll connect with you, and you'll start the telepathy. You know, you'll find that the animals will be, you know, you'll notice them more. You know, the raptors, the birds, they'll be flying in your electromagnetic field more often. So working in the heart. Why is the heart in the center of your body? Because it is the center of your being. It is the 0 point of your being and who you are. So we put the heart there. That is your connection to the God, to the goddess, to source, whatever you want to call it. And so working there, you cannot lose, you guys. You'll always be right. You'll always get the right answer. Those like me that do oracle cards, it'll be so much easier. You don't have to take all those classes, those other workshops and classes. You know, we say that working in witchcraft, first you gotta get your spells and things from everybody else, because you don't have the wisdom yet, and you don't have the intuitive development yet to trust yourself. So you'll gain that deep trust. You'll have that knowing. You'll just know. And you'll go, oh, I'm going to do this today. And I need this, and I need this. You go to your magic cupboard and you go, oh, I need this, and I need this. And easy, I'm going to pick this card. It'll become so much easier, you guys. You won't need anybody else. And so that's what I want to talk about you today. That fear goes away. Living in fear. I mean, it's like, what would you do if you knew you could not fail? When we're living in fear, we live in lack. Oh, we're lack. We're gonna fail. What if this happens? What if that happens? Oh my God, what if that happens? That will all go away. You go, I'm in control. That ain't gonna happen. I am so in control. And I am so powerful that none of that low vibration bullshit is gonna drag me down. I don't have to worry. If I lose my job tomorrow, a better one will be there for me. It's because a better one is waiting for me. If you lose something, it's because something better is waiting for you, because you've done your heart work. You've gone into your heart center. You are exercising that power there. You have developed that intuition so much that you have no fear anymore. I mean, how great is it to live in no fear? I mean, it's so freeing, you guys. I mean, my daughter, if you listen to any of my videos, she's was battling cancer. And my daughter, she still has a lot of issues where, she's always running from lack and, worried about what other people think about her. And she's always trying to get confirmation from other people. Who fucking cares what other people think of you, right? So she's still living in a little bit of that fear. So even though her last test came back clear, the hospital, the oncologist, the hospital, they want to instill that fear in her. Well, it could come back. It always comes back. So we need to have you come in, once every 3 months for another damn test, because we need to keep your vibration low. And so it's working. So there are some days when her vibration lowers and she lets that fear start to consume her, that her cancer is going to come back. Because I'm mom, and mom doesn't know anything, and mothers and daughters, sometimes there's those, those little disconnects there. I try to teach her to work through her heart, but she just has a little bit of a disconnect. And, I'm her mother. The last thing I want to do in the world is bury my daughter. So she doesn't understand that me and her father, we worry about her too. But I'm constantly going, no, I'm not going to let this happen. I have enough power, and I'm going to work with her. I'm going to work with her guides, and I'm going to have her guides help her find the person and the information and the energy she needs to keep her vibration up. And so, you guys, the heart, if you want to start seeing the dark for what it is, and if you're going to go out there, and this is the best way, you guys, that we can battle the dark, the cabal, the elites, the Luciferian worshippers that have been controlling this world for thousands and thousands of years, you guys. And information, if you don't know this, the information is out there. Start looking at the truthers and the disclosure websites. They've had control of us, and that's why we've seen the Inquisition. That's why today they still, other cultures still want to burn us at the stake. They fear us. They fear that we will reclaim our power through our heart and see them through everything and laugh at them and go, you have no power over me because my vibration is so much higher than you. You know, it's like those movies where, you know, the heroine is being attacked by something scary and he goes, wait a minute, you're not real. You can't control me. It's this vibration that's raising above it. So that the dark vibration is so low that they know that when we raise our vibration, they can't touch us anymore. And so when we raise our vibration, we, like the horse, remember what the horse can do to the person. Anybody walking in our electromagnetic auric field is going to feel something different energetically, and it's going to trigger something in them, and they're going to look at us and go, what is she doing that's different? What is he doing? How come he has so much happiness? And they're going to start to waken up and want what we have. And then once everybody starts doing that, you know, the planet's vibration is, you know, Gaia's already in the fifth dimension. We're just working our way towards her. You know, layers, there's layers and layers and layers and layers of frequency, and we're working our way up through these layers, these many layers, to reach the fifth dimension. And then when we get the fifth dimension, we're going to work more to get to the sixth and the seventh and the eighth, because they're working our way back to the creator, to the goddess, to the god, whatever you want to call, you know, the deity. And so that's what they fear, is that we will go, aha, aha. So our heart power is their kryptonite, let's say. They have no recourse. You know, once we regain our power, because I talk to so many people who are in the pagan community, and it's like one problem after next. They have this going on, they have that going on, they have no money, they're sad, they're depressed, they're addicted to alcohol, they're addicted to pot. And it's because they have let their vibration lower. They don't do their inner work. They don't do their heart work. Everything is about going within, you guys. It's going within and then doing the spells, because the spells have come from you, from your own internal power. And then you can go out and do that. But when you're, you know, then you can discern, you can watch people go, that person's full of shit. I'm not following that person anymore. Lots of people in the pagan community, lots and lots of them. Just because you're pagan, it doesn't mean that you have all the answers and that you've done all the work. And I mean, I stopped going on the Facebook groups because there's so many of them, and I just get so tired of hearing, oh, I got this, oh, you know, and then if you try to give them some help, they don't want it. They don't want to do the work, you know. So if you're here, it means that you are ready to do the work. You want to be that all-powerful witch, you know, that has all of her clairs available and has the Gaia helping you, has be able to commune with the natural realms. I mean, we are the protectors of nature. We should have a stronger connection with Gaia, our planet, and the natural worlds, the animal kingdoms, the plant kingdoms, the crystal kingdoms. And the way we do that, the way we work as a wild witch, is through here, you guys. And don't believe me, give it a try. Try it for yourself. But don't just try it once or twice or 3 times. Work at it. Everything here is work. The more you work, the higher you're going to raise your vibration. Okay? So that's all I have for you guys today. You know, it's like, you know, a lot of us work with Morgana Le Fay. You know, she was the fairy warrior, but she also knew enough to work through her heart. You know, she is one of the ascended masters, we call it today, you know. She's done her work, and so she's back helping, guiding us. She's calling us, those of you who she's called. You know, there's that warrior spirit, but there's also that heart based, that heart foundation, that we always connect to our heart before we do anything, connect to our heart before we go into a battle, because we've raised our vibration enough and we're impenetrable, you know. So all right, guys, I hope I didn't bore you, and if I did, well, then it just means you're not ready. And hey, that's okay. One day you'll wake up and go, you know what, I need to do this. I'm tired of this. So, like I said, it's not all just about drinking herbal teas and making potions. It's much, much broader than that. And I keep saying this, there's this battle going on, and the best way we can defeat the dark is raise our vibration, put our strong heart vibration out into that auric field and affect everything. We're exposing the dark. We are crowding the dark out with our light. Okay, guys, Phoenix out. We'll talk to you later. And hey, if you do like my content, remember to subscribe and hit that bell, and then you won't miss any of my videos. And hey, contact me through my website if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer your questions or do a video on it. Okay? All right. And blessed be you guys.